Pods.
Welcome to Jobs and Pods, the only podcast that lets real employers talk about their jobs and tell you what it's like to work there. I'm your host, Chris Russell. This will be a web designer jobcast for CKR Interactive based in Cupertino, California. They are a global recruitment advertising agency that helps companies recruit effectively and brand themselves through cutting-edge advertising and media solutions. The firm is looking to hire a web designer for their creative services department. So let's find out more by talking to a few CKR Interactive employees and to see what they have to say. Joining me now is the VP of Creative Services, Craig Freitag. He's also the hiring manager for this job. And we have a current web designer on board here, Brandon Spencer. Craig and Brandon, welcome to Jobs and Pods.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Thanks. Yeah, good to be here.
Excellent. So looking forward to our discussion today. Let me ask both of you, how long have each of you worked at CKR Interactive?
Okay, I've actually been here with CKR back when it was CKR Group, just about 6 months after they opened their doors. So I've been here for, I guess, almost 8 years now.
Wow. How about you, Brandon?
Yeah, I started at CKR December of 2007, so a little over a year and a half now.
Excellent. Okay. So, Craig, I was browsing your website the other day, just in preparation for our call, and your website says you like to have fun there. So I wonder if you could give me some examples of that and what sort of philosophy behind having fun at your office.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about CKR Interactive here is that, we are an ad agency, and we remind ourselves of that, daily. Mm-hmm. What we do is fun. We have the philosophy here that we work hard, play hard. But it's a very, very laid-back atmosphere that we have. We've got pinball machines, and there's a lot of just drop-in creative brainstorm sessions that happen all the time. It's a very creative and laid-back place.
Gotcha. Brandon, why do you think CKR Interactive is such a great place to work?
I think the reason it's a good place to work is, like Craig's saying, it's not only an ad agency. We're kind of like a family here, where a lot of us hang out outside of work, but we do maintain that ability to get our work done. So the cool thing about it is it's not only just a place to come here, get your, it's not just a job, I would say. It's more of a place where you can come here, everybody gets along, everybody has a great time, and everybody knows to get the job done. So,
Craig, let's talk about the position for a second. Can you describe the projects this person will be working on, and what are the skills required, and who is your ideal candidate for this kind of position?
Sure. I think, obviously the types of projects this person will be working on is doing a lot of creativity as far as career websites, email blasts. Again, we do recruitment advertisements, so any kind of different avenues on the interactive side that we can reach these candidates is what we'll be working on. A lot of the things that we try to put together is a lot of out-of-the-box type thinking. Even though we have normal avenues, like with an email, our approach is that how can we do it that is different from all the other email blasts they're getting from other people so that we can stand out and get our clients' message across. So a lot of creativity, not only in actually coming up with the design and ads, but coming up with the approach on how we can get our message across. I guess the skills required that we're looking for is actually, I would say, probably 70% design, 30% coding skills. What it really comes down to at the end of the day, it is more about your ability to be able to design something that looks good and that's compelling, and because code can be learned.
Craig, what kind of career path can a web designer have at CKR Interactive?
Well, the great part about it is, like I'd mentioned, that we were CKR Group just a couple of years ago, and we switched our name to CKR Interactive because really the recruitment marketplace that's out there right now is really changing, I think, with all advertising.
Sure. That
a lot is becoming more online than print. So as we move in that direction, obviously we're building this department. So career path-wise is pretty exciting about for this candidate to be able to come in and work for us on pretty much the ground level as we're building the department. Mm-hmm. Brandon, who is also on the call here, is in charge of our interactive department. And, as they grow and continue to grow, I always, like to promote within and to allow them to feel like, they haven't wasted any time as they're building their career, not in learning new skills, but also being recognized for the talent.
Okay. Now, Brandon, you report to Craig, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
What's he like to work for? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's actually an honor to probably work for Craig. The reason being is I've had managers before that not necessarily came, from the ground up and have done what I've done. And the thing you can respect about Craig is he's a designer. He's been there. He's had the hard jobs. He's had the good jobs. and that it's not only he's delegating the work, he's actually doing the work too. So probably the main reason, the heart and soul of a lot of the creative comes out of Craig's head there. So definitely a great manager to work for. I have to take a lot of what he does and turn it in interactive. So we work well together. Can't say enough about the man.
Very good.
Yeah, gave you a good report card there, Craig. So, Brandon, what advice would you have to someone who's interested in applying for a position like this? What would you say to them?
Definitely for the web designer position here, I'd say one of the main things is you want to be a self-motivated person. Not only just because you're in the advertising agency, but here we really want to find a superstar, somebody that can take an idea and run with it. Like Craig's saying, you don't have to be a genius at coding, because all that can be learned along the way. But really what we want is somebody who has that creativity, who can take an idea and make a real big punch with it,
right.
When they put it on and make it digital.
Craig, what's the best way to apply?
Actually, go to our website. I think you mentioned that you kind of went to our website and found out a little bit about us. I think, important for us is who we're hiring too is the fit that we have personality-wise.
Right.
I think, we're a fun place. We really look at every candidate that comes in here as like another piece of the puzzle. They have to fit and work with everybody because we're really protective of our environment here. So go to our website, look it over, kind of find out a little bit about us, and go to the Work Here section and upload your resume there.
And that website address is
www.ckrinteractive.com.
All right, well, guys, that will do for this edition of Jobs and Pods. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, for more Jobcasts like this, visit jobsandpods.com. And don't forget, you can subscribe to our Jobcast on iTunes now. Just do a keyword search for Jobs and Pods. Thanks for listening, everyone.